So I know it's late, but I wanted to do this video because it's been on my mind, and this is another video of Into the Infinityverse. It's basically a video where I talk about a certain aspect of the Infinityverse, in the Infinityverse being, for any new subscribers, it's a shared fanfiction universe that me and my friend Jason Voorhees 2011 work on, and essentially this series basically talks about like certain aspects of it. And today we're going to be talking about, and this wasn't really intentional, just felt kind of apt, that we're going to talk about like the president of the United States in the universe. Now, at the beginning, I will say that yes, we did have the previous guy. I don't think I need to bring him up, but he was in the fanfiction canon the president. We didn't call him by name. We just referred to his actions enough. Because there was a lot of shit that happened that we didn't like, so we wanted to have something to say about it. But after that, aside from that, we basically decided that we were going to go after that a different direction. So it's not for the new president. It's actually going to be an actual character. It's not going to be a real life person. And that character, it's not Biden, it's not anyone else, it's a character named Jeffrey Barlett. Now, if you don't know who that is, Barlett is a character from a show called The West Wing. And most of the older generation, or maybe you've just seen it on Max, it's more or less a series that has Martin Sheen, who plays a guy named the president, called Jeffrey Barlett, and his 2 terms in office as president of the United States. And we were kind of like, we were talking about like, yeah, let's not, like, I don't want to, neither of us really wanted to do another real life president thing. So we were like, hey, how about we just do a new guy? Like, how we can have a character as the president. And so I suggested, hey, let's have an actual character who was the president from a show. So yeah, I know the show takes place in the 90s, 2000s era, but this is going to be like, what if that character got elected now, and his entire like cabinet, as well as like the staff under him, we're now in like 2024, and like we're now in the start of his, we're now in the start of his term as his first term as president, in an era not only like, and it's not like, oh, what is this technology? It's like, no, we're just updating the show. It's like we're just having those characters in an updated version of the show. Besides, it's fan fiction. Who the fuck cares at the end of the day? So yeah, Barlett and his team, like we're talking Toby and Leo and CJ and all of them, all of those characters are now here, and they're going to be. And the other thing that we're going to be doing with this cast is that while you won't see a lot of them, you really won't see a lot of this cast. They will appear, especially when the characters, because now it's not only like a universe, it's a universe full of literal gods and monsters, like the superhero teams like the United Heroes that answer directly to the United States government. Then you have the Infinity League, who answers to the United Nations, and there are other like it's an era of metahumans. It's an era of, like I said, literal gods and monsters. So Barlett is going. Where does Barlett stand in that? Barlett, the idea right now is that Barlett is he's very pro superhuman. He's very pro superhero because he understands that the world is changing. Like, the world has been changing since the era of the dawn of the metahuman, which in this continuity took place in 2013, but it really started to like begin with like Transformers, with the Autobots showing up, and then the Autobots and Decepticons in the 90s fighting each other. Then G.I. Joe was formed, and then everything else. And there was an era, the old Hanna-Barbera superheroes were like the Justice Society. But we are basically living in a world of superheroes, and Barlett understands these guys aren't our enemies. They're our only line of defense. And right now, in his first term, he's just been now in continuity elected president, and he's just kind of like, oh shit, there's a fucking alien invasion happening, and I'm not even like, I just barely got sworn in. Like, he's just like, I just barely got sworn in at this point. So, yeah, he's just he's barely even now, like, officially the president, and he is now, like, dealing with an alien invasion, approaching alien invasion of Sailor Galaxia, who is, like I said, Galaxia is our equivalent to Thanos in the Infinity Verse. So Galaxia is on her way, and yeah, she's not going to be alone. I'm not going to say what else is there, but she ain't alone. Then you also have, like, currently, because this is all taking place in the Dark Phoenix storyline, currently the United Heroes went up there because while Barlett is very pro-superhero, the other thing is that it revealed that Optimus Prime, as well as a few other superheroes that created a group called the Illuminati, are the reason all of this is taking place. So the United Heroes were sent to bring Optimus in to, like, speak, but shit went sideways. So that's what's going, because he's not like, I like Optimus, I even wanted to have, like, and I hope Jason will let me, I want to have that, like, Optimus and Barlett, back when Barlett was, like, a senator, like when the Autobots first revealed themselves during the war with, during the early years of this era, of, like, the early 2000s, I'm kind of hoping that, like, we could have, like, he and Optimus have, like, he was one of these senators who was like, hey, let's team up with the Autobots. Like, yeah, these guys don't seem so bad. They're a lot better than the Decepticons, and, between the Cons and Cobra, I would like to have the Joes Autobots have a joint operation. So, I'd like to, that's something I'd like to explore, but also at the same time, he's like, you hid this from, I was in your corner, like, from the start, Prime, and you hid this from everybody. You and a bunch of, like, Zordon and the others, you hid that from all of us, and then you expected us all to be okay with it. So that's why he sent the United Heroes, because he's like, I wanted him to explain to me personally why he decided to keep this whole Phoenix situation under wraps, because now people at NASA are telling me there's something worse coming. Like, there's something following it. Anyway, so there you go, guys. We're not gonna, this isn't going to be too political. I just wanted to say, like, hey, here's our president. I thought this would be a fun video to talk about. Like, and also, you're probably thinking of all the characters. You're using the one from West Wing. Well, yeah, he was a president, so why not just be like, let's just do West Wing, but with superheroes now. There you go. Anyway, also you can thank my mother for having me pick this, like, of all the characters, having me pick characters from the West Wing, because, like, she will marathon West Wing for weeks. Like, she will just, that's all she will do, is just sit down and watch, like, endless episodes of the West Wing. So that's where I got the idea. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of it? Like it, hate it, comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.